Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please do subscribe and press the bell icon to get my notifications. Start with a magic circle. And chain 4. This chain 3, it will be counted as 1 double crochet, and this chain 1, it will be counted as 1 chain 1 space. Now make 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet, chain 1. Now repeat this until you have 8 chain spaces. Once you have 8 spaces, pull this yarn in to close the gap. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now slip stitch on top of this chain 3. 1, 2, 3. While making the slip stitch, change to the other color. And secure your yarn properly. Round 2. Slip stitch into this chain space. Chain 2. This won't be counted as a stitch. Now 1 double crochet cluster in each and every chain space. To make a double crochet cluster, start off with 1 double crochet, but do not finish the stitch. Yarn over and pull up a loop, and again yarn over and pull up a loop. Do this until you have 4 loops on the stitch. This is the chain 2, this won't be counted. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now yarn over and pull through all the loops and chain 1. That's 1 double crochet cluster stitch made. Chain 2. Now go into the next space and make 1 cluster stitch. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And chain 1. Now repeat this all around. Chain 2, 1 cluster stitch in the next chain space. Pull through all the loops, chain 1. Once you reach the end, slip stitch on top of this cluster stitch, and while making the slip stitch, change back to the other color. Round 3, start with chain 2. This won't be counted as a stitch, and 1 double crochet in the same stitch, and in the cluster space make 5 double crochets. And on the cluster again you'll make 1 double crochet, and now repeat this all around. 1 double crochet on the cluster and 5 double crochets in the chain space. Once you reach the end, slip stitch on top of this first double crochet, and while making the slip stitch, change to the other color. Round 4. Start with chain 2, 1 cluster stitch in the same stitch, now pull through all the loops, chain 1. That's 1 cluster stitch complete. Now chain 2, skip to 1 and 2, and in the third stitch again you will make 1 cluster stitch. chain 2. Now repeat this all around. 1 cluster stitch, chain 2, skip 2 and 1 cluster stitch. And once you reach the end, slip stitch on top of this cluster stitch and change back to the other color. Next round, start with chain 2, 1 double crochet in the same stitch, and now in the chain space make 4 double crochets. Now repeat this all around. 1 double crochet on the cluster stitch and in the chain space make 4 double crochets, and once you reach the end, slip stitch on top of this first double crochet, and while making the slip stitch change back to the other color, and total you should have 80 stitches. Now the last round, chain 1 and 1 single crochet into the same space, 1 single crochet in the next space, 1 single crochet in the next space. Now 1 picot stitch, 1, 2, 3, and go into this stitch and make a slip stitch. That's 1 picot stitch made. Now in the next stitch you'll make 1 single crochet, and 1 more stitch is remaining. Here you'll make 1 single crochet, and this space here you'll make a slip stitch. So now continue this. That's 1, 2, 3, and now here you'll make 1 picot. Next 2 stitches, single crochet, the next space make a slip stitch. I'll show you one more time. Now repeat this all around, and once you reach the end, slip stitch and weave off your yarn. I hope you like this video. Please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.